In a world where narratives are crafted, controlled, and carefully exported, sometimes reality breaks through in ways no one can ignore. This is precisely what happened in Tehran. Thousands, not hundreds of thousands of women and young girls flooded the streets in what has now become one of the most talked about rallies in recent times. The rally was named Martyred Girls, a name heavy with grief but even heavier with meaning. According to reports, these women gathered to honor those who lost their lives in the recent war, victims of the US-Israeli strikes on Iran, especially to honor the 170 schoolgirls who were martyred on the first day of the US-Israeli strike. But this was not just a memorial. This was a message to the world, and perhaps more importantly, a message to those who thought they understood Iranian women. The streets of Tehran were filled with women in chadors, holding banners, waving flags, and some even carrying symbolic munitions. Young girls stood beside elderly women. Mothers stood beside daughters. Some rode bicycles, others marched in organized lines. And what stood out the most was not just their presence, but their confidence and their unity. This rally came at a time of immense turmoil. When the state of Iran is at a very uncertain point, and when the adversaries of Iran are busy plotting evil schemes against Iran just to defeat and humiliate it. And yet, instead of fear, streets echoed with chants against the United States and Israel, and chants of loyalty to Iran's leadership, with many pledging allegiance to Mojtaba Khamenei. These chants were not ordinary chants. They implied that the women of Iran are loyal to their nation and are not fools to get manipulated by the Western media to betray their own nation. It was a message to those cunning politicians and media personalities who were showing fake concerns for Iranian women's freedom, that Iranian women are sufficient for themselves and are not in need of any fake sympathy from them, because for decades the Western world has pushed a very specific image of Iranian women, an image of oppression, of silence and helplessness. We have been told, again and again, that women in Iran are forced into hijab. They are denied powerful positions and are considered weak. But what happens when thousands of those same women step out publicly? Not in defiance of their system, but in support of it. This rally shattered something far bigger than expectations. It shattered a narrative built over years by powerful media machines in countries like the United States and the United Kingdom. Because what the world witnessed in Tehran was not weakness, it was strength and conviction. In that moment, the chador and hijab, the very symbols that had faced the most criticism, transformed into symbols of power. These women were not hiding behind it. They were standing tall in it. And that challenges the deeply rooted Western assumption that modesty equals oppression, that covering equals control, and that a woman who chooses faith cannot be independent. For decades, Western media have tried to portray Iranian women as being the most oppressed on earth, as they are being controlled by mullahs and clerics. Because the reality is, Iran has a high literacy rate of approximately 89%, and not just overall. Even among women, the adult literacy rate exceeds 85%. Women in Iran serve as doctors, professors, scientists, and scholars. They are educated, active, and present in society. And yes, this might sound shocking to the women of the West, but it is what it is. Most of these Iranian women choose to wear the hijab, not because they are forced, but because they want to wear it as they obey the commands of Allah. This is something the Western lens struggles to understand, because it measures freedom using its own standards. It assumes that empowerment must look a certain way, dress a certain way, live a certain way. According to them, a woman can only be labeled as not oppressed or literate when she is free from her clothes. However, facts from Iran and this rally of women have shattered the entire media narrative built by the West. The Martyred Girls rally was not just about mourning, it was about defiance. Defiance against foreign aggression and political pressure. And perhaps most importantly, it is a defiance against a global narrative that has painted these women as voiceless. What unfolded in Tehran was a powerful reminder. These women are not passive figures in someone else's story. They are active participants in shaping their own nation, standing beside their leadership and firm in the face of external threats. This rally proved that the women of Iran are not what the world was told they are. They are not weak or oppressed. They are strong, loyal, and proud of being servants of Allah. The question now is, will the world choose to see this reality or continue believing a slowly falling story apart? May Allah bless our women. May Allah save us all against the manipulation and lies of sold-out media. Ameen.